Delegates, as you saw, mobile phones are forbidden during the conference. As you saw, mobile phones are forbidden during the conference. Thank you. As you saw, we received 2 resolutions approved by the approval panel. Today we're going to debate on one resolution. The chair will decide which one of the 2. Before that, there will be time for some policy statements. So are there any volunteers wishing to read their policy statement on the topic, or one of the topics, or all 3 topics? Please read your placards now. If you want to read them, I will call someone. So is there anyone who wants to take the floor and read their policy statement? Please read your placards. Okay, so we have Chad. You'll be recognized by the chair.
Thank you, Chair. The Republic of Chad fervently supports the use of non-animal methods in conducting experiments geared towards the medical and scientific realm. Current, outdated, and invasive experiments on animals are no longer needed in this day and age. While Chad in no manner is against preclinical research, Chad fiercely denounces the use of animals in these researches. Animals are sentient creatures with complex nervous systems like humans. Evolving scientific understanding acknowledges animals to have substantial social and psychological needs, seldom not under laboratory conditions. Chad advocates that proven more effective, non-animal techniques that yield both ethical and technologies advantages are used instead. Chad has adopted numerous regulations to ensure that in vitro testing, alongside artificial human microskins, microfluid chips, and computer models are used in its medical laboratories located in Angelma, which for the past 4 years has actively been engaged in medical research to combat famine, which is a major weapon. Chad is equally glad to announce that its African counterparts have also embarked onto the path on animal-free testing methods. In South Africa, for instance, important campaigns have revolutionized the world of scientific research. The Beauty Without Cruelty campaign is one of so many. Humane education is the key to changing people's attitudes towards animals. They have lives and are meaningful to them. And although they may be different from humans, that doesn't mean they're inferior. All life is valuable. The Republic of Chad appeals to all nations to follow the trail blazed by the European Union, India, Israel, which have all banned cruel cosmetics, proving it is possible to have a thriving cosmetic industry without cruel animal tests. Cruelty Free International has the full support of the Republic of Chad as far as banning the involvement of animals in experiments is concerned. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Delegate. Are you open to any points of information?
Open to it.
Right?
Yes.
So are there in the House any points of information? Yes, since none, can you yield the floor back to the Chair? Thank you, Delegate. Are there in the House any other delegates wishing to speak or wishing to read their policy statement? India and South Africa. You have the floor in that order.
Honorable Chair, Honorable Delegates, India is strongly are not ours where to experiment on or use for entertainment or to promote an understanding of the right of all animals to be treated with respect. India is the first country in South Asia to ban the testing of cosmetics and its ingredients on animals. This move brings India up to speed with Israel and the United Nations, which have already banned the sale and the marketing of animal testing cosmetics. India strongly supports the use of modern non-animal alternative tests also becomes mandatory, replacing invasive tests on animals. Thank you.
Thank you, Delegate. Are you open to any points of information?
So I'm not.
Okay, thank you. South Africa, you have the floor.
In South Africa, the care of animals is regulated by two acts, mainly the Animal Protection Act of 1962 and the Forthcoming Animals Protection Act of 1935. Also, the third act, the Societies for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act, governs the organization and management of animal welfare administration. Animal welfare has become a major issue worldwide, and officials agree that the South African legislation is in urgent review. This state of affairs is compounded by the fact that, effectively, there are little or no regulations under existing laws. Agreement has been reached and that stakeholders involved in animals should be involved in the drafting of new regulations based on existing codes of conduct and practice and in the development of new legislation for animal care and use. Although South African laws and standards should be subject to further development, they are unambiguous in terms of setting the required norms for scientific activities and teaching involving animals based on internationally accepted moral values. The primary challenge facing animal research in South Africa is confirming compliance with these laws and standards. The South African Medical Research Council first published guidelines on ethical consideration for the use of animal research in 1979 and revision of this document in 1987 and 2004.
Sorry, Delegate. Can you count the line, please?
Yes, sorry. The ministry may however make regulations regarding specific codes either in existence or in the drafting process. For instance, the codes on animals used in research is almost minimized. Thank you for the information, and I will be the
Thank you, Delegate. Are you open to any points of information? Okay. Is there any else on point of information? Then,
Isn't the delegate of South Africa, does the delegate of South Africa agree that also the murder of elephants in order to get ivory from the horns must be stopped?
Of course, and thank you. Thank you, David, DELLA. Well, Chair, South Africa has animal rights organizations such as Beauty Without Cruelty, as mentioned by the delegate of Chad, and which are committed to reduce animal experimentation and the importation or exploitation of animal skin or even ivory by increasing awareness and to educate the state regarding animal testing. Thank you.
thank you, Delegate. Can you please get the floor?
Now we will proceed to
Is there any also one delegate wishing to read his body statement? Turkmenistan, you have the floor.
An estimated 26 million animals are used every year in the United States for specific and for scientific and commercial testing. Animals are used to develop medical treatments, to determine the toxicity of medications, check the safety of products destined for human use, and other biomedical and commercial and health care uses. Research on living animals has been practiced since at least 500 BC. Proponents of animal testing say that it has enabled the development of many life-saving features for both of humans and animals. There is no alternative method for researching a complete living organism, and that strict regulation prevents the mistreatment of animals in the laboratories. Opponents of animal testing say that it is cruel and inhumane to experiment on animals, that alternative methods available to researchers can replace animal testing, and that animals are so different from human beings that research on animals often yields irrelevant results. Turkmenistan is definitely against animal testing. The animals shouldn't be treated like tools, and they own the same rights as human beings to fully live out their lives without any pain and suffering.
countries, MEDC, to help raise the World Heritage Fund and to foster restoration projects for those sites whose integrity is at risk by A. Providing compulsory and voluntary contributions and matching funds. B. Supporting UNESCO by financing personnel. C. Sustaining campaigns for the most significant and endangered cultural heritage sites in the developing world. 7. Asks UNESCO to promote an international project supported by the World Heritage Fund called Preservation of Heritage Awards, PHA, that rewards the most deserving countries in the field of preserving cultural heritage through A. Significant compensation is spent both for the increasing of national museums and archaeological sites. B. The creation of a so-called order list made up of a top chart of the states which have been most involved in the preservation of cultural heritage. 8. Recommends all member states to cooperate in the preparation of a national register of built heritage sites and antiquities by A. Documenting antiquities from primary and secondary sources. B. Compiling the existing records both published and unpublished. C. Setting up a state-level database of built heritage sites and antiquarian wealth for information and dissemination to planners, researchers, etc., and for better management of such cultural resources in order to I. Create a systematic, accessible, and retrievable inventory of the built heritage sites and antiquarian heritage of the country. II. Reconstruct international history and give back to every lost piece of art its original and significant value as part of the whole international heritage. 9. Requires member states to apply an export license for a wide range of artistic and cultural objects in order to A. Present these export permits during custom processing. B. Accompany the objects as they cross state borders. C. Return the export objects within the time limit in case of a temporary export license. D. Guarantee a legal and controlled trade of pieces of art in respect of laws and negotiations. 10. Encourages every state to appoint different institutions in order to A. Issue export permits. B. Derive responsibilities for the objects they are in charge of. C. Set up categories of property depending on the importance and legal status of the given groups of objects. 11. Further invites all state parties to the Convention on the means of prohibiting the illicit import, export, and transfer ownership of cultural property to impose sanctions on violations of measures taken in conformity with the Convention with the following characteristics. A. Fines applicable in respect of violations shall be adequate in severity to be effective. B. Sanctions should discourage violation wherever they occur. C. Penalties shall deprive offenders of the benefits deriving from their legal activities. D. All member states should cooperate to ensure enforcement of the sanctions imposed. 12. Encourages the implementation and ratification of the 1970 UNESCO Convention mentioned above by countries which have not conformed to it yet, as it is the first international legal framework for the fight against the illicit trafficking of cultural property in times of peace, and it has been ratified by 125 countries, 32 states in the last 10 years. 13. Recommends all member states to develop a campaign to raise awareness among their citizens about the issue of the illicit trafficking of artistic heritage by A. Organizing workshops, conferences, and exhibitions. B. Collaborating with the cultural department of each state involved. C. Advertising the necessity to preserve the cultural heritage for the future generations. 14. Expresses its hope for future sessions to remain actively sized on this matter.
Delegate, please have the floor to the constitutive of your resolution.
Honorable Chair, esteemed fellow delegates, the delegation range of worldwide experts represented by stakeholders, heritage professionals, workers, field archaeologists, NGO members, as well as representatives of the Interpol organization, to whom we are asking a significant support by sending or raising the number of costs involved in the supervision of state boundaries in order to limit the damages caused by the illicit trafficking of cultural objects. We wish that all member states will take into account the effectiveness of this resolution, and we have supported the creation of many projects that would surely give an important helping hand to the solution of the problem, which can no longer be tolerated. We invite you all to vote in favor of this resolution. Thank you.
Thank you, Delegate. Are you open to any points of information?
Any talking?
Are there any points of information on the floor? Australia, you have been recognized.
Australia system requires management to deal with actual events moving and following
Please, delegate to remain standing while the delegate is answering.
Our country is going to face the problem by applying a solution in this suggested in this resolution.
That would be the motion to follow up is not in order. Are there any other points of information on the floor? Uganda, you have been recognized.
Thank you. Does the delegate agree that a lot of countries are affected by this problem and that they need help in order to improve their conditions?
Yes, thank you for your point, delegates. We are fully aware of the condition of many states that are also poor and can't face alone the problem. That's why we have suggested a cooperation with the more economically developed countries in order to foster restoration projects also in those countries.
Thank you. Are there any other points of information on the floor? South Africa, Chad, Chile, and Denmark have been recognized in that order.
Can the delegate of Sudan elaborate on the government intervention concerning illicit trafficking of artistic heritage in Sudan?
Could please the delegate rephrase his question and speak louder?
Can the delegate of Sudan elaborate on the government intervention concerning illicit trafficking of artistic heritage in Sudan?
In Sudan, as we are currently working on the problem, we are facing the problem, and we have created also the government has also created a project of exhibitions in order to aware the sensibility of the population.
The next point of information was from you have it.
According to Amnesty International, 42% of illicit trade of cultural objects and artistic heritage occurs on the internet. And according to my own source, the Republic of Sudan does not really have access to internet. Only 20% of the whole population has access to internet. The government does not even have.
Delegate, I remind you that a point of information contains a question and not a statement.
It's a question of truth.
Okay, then proceed.
Only 20% of the population of Sudan has access to internet. The government doesn't even have a proper system to monitor hackings and internet transactions. So how does the delegate of Sudan seek to monitor the sale of cultural and artistic objects on the internet?
Is there one last point of information on the floor? You say you have been recognized.
How is GCAT's database going to work? About identifying every single part and its owner.
Well, GCAT's group is going to use and to implement the adoption of the Object ID standard field, which is like as if every piece of art could have an identity card. So that's how we are going to create a wide range of objects included in this database here.
Thank you.
So, time for points of information has now elapsed. Could you please yield the floor back to the chair?
Yield the floor back to the chair.
Thank you. The floor is once again open. Are there any delegates wishing to take the floor and deliver a speech in favor or against this resolution? Please raise your placards now. Chile, you have been recognized.
Honorable Chair, fellow delegates, distinguished guests, the delegation of Chile strongly supports this resolution because it proposes concrete solutions instead of theoretical ones, such as the creation of a database and the preservation of the heritage work. Moreover, our heritage is part of each one's history, and preserved must be preserved and protected in order to make our world a better place to live in. So we invite you to vote, or to invite you all to vote in favor of this resolution and make it succeed worldwide.
Thank you, delegate. Are you open to any points of information?
No, I'm not.
So could you please yield the floor back to the chair?
I use the floor back to the chair.
Thank you. Are there any other delegates wishing to take the floor and speak in favor or against this resolution? Argentina, you have been recognized.
Honorable Chair, distinguished delegates, the delegation of Argentina is here today to solve the cause, to support this resolution, which in our view presents a good resolution that can help in the preservation of our culture. Argentine delegation strongly supports this resolution because preserving our historical heritage is the best way to show the past to the new generation. Many countries such as Italy or even France are based to the past to go on, to create a better future. We saw here in Italy, or better here in Cividale del Friuli, we can find many historical heritage. Why not to preserve this historical heritage even in our states or other states of the world? So I will say to vote pro of this resolution, so we can make possible to other states of the world to preserve and protect their historical heritage. Thank you.
Thank you. Are you open to any kinds of information?
Yes, I'm open to Yes, I'm open.
Are there any points of information in the House? India, you have been recognized. India and Jordan, you have been recognized in that order. Sorry.
Just the delegation of Argentina agreed that only with the collaboration of all countries we can finally stop the illicit trafficking of our artistic heritage. Yes, we all agree because we can do it all together. One can solve the problem.
Does the delegate agree that some countries, including even Argentina, will find difficult to support according to this resolution?
Yes, what we said in the resolution, there are funds given to the states, and creating a group such as GCAT, it wouldn't be difficult, I think.
Are there any other points of information on the floor? Seeing none, could you please yield the floor back to the chair?
I need the floor back.
Thank you. There will be time for one last more speech. Is there a delegate wishing to take the floor and deliver a speech in favor or against this resolution? Please raise your placards. I remind you that delegates may raise their placards only after the chair has finished to speak. So you have to load them. Are there any delegates wishing to take the floor? Belgium, you have been recognized.
Honorable chairs, fellow delegates, the delegation of Belgium strongly approves this resolution. We remind that trade, cultural and artistic property is a growing international business. The trafficking of cultural goods is among the biggest crime trades. We can today take a more active approach to preventing and combating this phenomenon, as said in clause number 1. In recent years, illicit trafficking of cultural objects has increased dramatically worldwide. Illicit trafficking of cultural heritage is a crime that affects all countries in the world. Since each state is specific in terms of history and national legislation. It's important that member states combine their legislation with legal international instruments. Not only illicit trade of the states and the possibility for future generations to get knowledge about their cultural identities. Now we invite the delegate to vote in favor of this resolution. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Are you open to any points of information?
That's one.
Is there a point of information on the floor? Please, delegate, lower your placards and wait for the chair. Are there any points of information on the floor? Please raise your placards now. Child, you have been recognized.
According to the preamble to clause number 6, the delegate chose of the Detroit Convention. And this convention was introduced in 1995, but its predecessor, which is actually the UNESCO Convention, which was issued in 1970, first ineffective. It was just perfect on paper. And the same applies for the Detroit Convention. So the problem with the UNESCO Convention, there are many flaws with it. Is it really true that the Detroit Convention is the perfect way to avoid illegal trafficking of these cultural objects? Don't it really have any flaws?
Yes, the delegation of Belgium thinks that, as said in clause number 6, the MEDC, the more economically developing countries, can help the raise the world heritage. We think that's true. Thank you.
Thank you. Could you please give the floor back to the chair?
I use the floor back to the chair. Thank you.
So we have finished the debate for today. We will continue debate on this. We will continue debate tomorrow on this resolution.
We will continue tomorrow. So tomorrow we are going to start at 8:30. Be on time, because if you're late, you're going to sing or to dance in front of all delegates. Remember that, please. Is that right? So see you tomorrow, delegates.
The House is Before leaving, could please the delegate of Sudan approach the chair?